What is going on, guys? So this is episode number 4 from Jack Factory for the Road to Olympia series, and today I'm going to be talking about the mindset that it takes to compete, the mindset that it takes to win, and the mindset that it takes to reach your goals. One of the things I want to touch base on is a lot of people complain that they have to work and they have to balance competing, and it's how hard it is, versus the athletes who do this full time has it very easy. Now, having lived through it myself, I was an engineer. I was working all the way until 2018. After I turned pro, I did my first pro show even while working. So it's definitely hard, but it's something that is doable if you want it bad enough. For example, there was a time I remember I was getting ready for my pro qualifier, so my pro card, and I wanted to take the whole week off before the show, so the peak week, and I couldn't because I had a presentation on the Tuesday, and the show was on Saturday, so I was like 5 days out and I had to do a presentation. And now that presentation itself was so gruesome that I had to prepare for it for like weeks together, on top of being depleted, on top of it, going to the gym twice a day, and just it was so hard to balance, and there was no way around it. It's either I do the presentation and keep my job, or I just suck at it and get fired and then go do my show. So there was a lot of stress, as you can imagine, but one of the things that I had to sacrifice a lot was sleep. Obviously, working longer in the office than even 9 hours, probably sometimes like 12 hours, and then still finding the time to go to the gym and doing my cardio and making sure that everything is on point, because obviously the thing that I wanted the most was the pro card. I wanted it more than anything else. Presentation, yeah, that's paying the bills, but my passion was bodybuilding. My passion was getting the pro card. So again, I slept less, a lot of stress, got it done. It wasn't the best presentation I've done, but it was decent enough to not get fired. But when I did my pro show, it was hard, or pro qualifier. I won my pro card, and the admiration that I got from my colleagues, my managers, my bosses, everybody was something I didn't expect. Not only did they loved the fact that I was able to balance and didn't quit the presentation, but they also loved that how relentless I was towards both the goals. And that's something that I want you guys to understand, that when you're working this hard, when you have no time for anything else in the world, and you're just balancing something that's your passion and balancing your profession, people will see it, people will observe it, people will get inspired from it. So take it that way, keep working hard, and if I can do it, you guys can do it too. It just takes a very strong mindset. It just takes a lot of discipline. It just takes consistency that, hey, no matter what life throws at me, I got this, I will get this done, and I will get to my goal. And then once you achieve that, you make another goal, and then you get after it, and then you get after it. And that's what hustle is. And you gotta hustle for to make your dreams a reality.
Hut. I'll do it. So this is a great exercise if you have a lower back injury, or you don't want to use your back too much and want to do an upright row. Upright row is actually a really good exercise for delts. A lot of people don't do it because you can injure a rotator cuff. I love to do them. And it's either with a split machine, one arm dumbbell. Upright rows are my favorite. But recently I just trained my QL again while doing hack squats. I fucking hate hack squats. So last year I injured my QL while doing a hack squat, 6 plates on each side. And I straightened my QL. Took me a whole year of competing for 5 shows. And it just didn't heal, because I kept doing show after show after show. And by the time I reached my 5th show, which was the Vancouver Pro last year, all the chiros and sports therapists told me not to do it because I couldn't sit, I couldn't do my cardio, I couldn't sleep, because the QL was affecting my glutes, my performance, as well as my middle back, and the nerve that goes out all the way up to your brain. So I couldn't sleep. I still decided to do that show without even training my back for the last 2 weeks and only doing stationary bike for cardio, low intensity, and I won Vancouver Pro. Even though I don't think that was my best physique because I couldn't train properly and I was under so much stress with no sleep. But this just goes to show that if you want something bad enough, if you work through the obstacles that life throws at you, the world will do everything in its power to get you to your goal. You just want it bad enough. And that's what I did. That's how I got to Olympia last year. And my QL is still not healed. Because after Olympia, I didn't give it enough break. I went on to my off season, then I did show this year. And training at home gym, doing only compound movements, kind of affected my QL again because I was doing deadlifts and barbell rows. And again, my QL is pretty fucked up now. But this year after the Olympia, that's my goal, to heal it, give it proper time and rest, and come back stronger next year when I can do all these compound movements and I'm strong. And it's gonna be an unreal physique, I already know, but doing all those basic compound exercises that I haven't been able to do this year. It's easy to make excuses when you're injured. It's easy to not give it 100% when you're injured, but the truth is there's always a way around it. If you're smart enough, you can always work your way around your injuries and still train intense, still train heavy, and still give it your all.
So another aspect I want to talk about is the emotional aspect that that can affect the mindset going into a show or preparing for a show. And the emotional aspect is very much derived from your friends and family, the circle around you. For me specifically, my family lives back home in India and I live all the way in Canada by myself. So it's hard for them and for me, especially for them, because they want to communicate with me more often, but they know that when I'm on prep, it's harder to communicate with me and it's harder to get hold of me. They know I'm like in my zone, I'm depleted, I have all these other things, but they give me the space and they understand. And it took me time to get them to understand that much. So if you are somebody whose friends and family are not able to understand, communicate with them. This is not a lifestyle that everybody will understand, and you will have to be okay with it. Even if they understand, they may not get what you're going through. You're going to be irritable, you're going to be depleted, you're going to be low in energy, you're going to have different kinds of emotions. All of that, only a person who goes through this understands. So you can communicate and try to make them understand. And an example that I can think of is that my friends know that when I'm on prep, I can't hang out with them. They know that I'm in my zone. They'll check up on me here and there, but they know that this is not the time to get hold of me. But at the same time, they know that as soon as my shows are done, they're the first people I'm gonna hit up and hang out and go for food, go for company, invite them over and do all those normal activities that a person does day to day. But if my friends were constantly bugging me to like hang out with them or trying to blame me that I don't hang out with them, maybe it's time to change the circle. So if you're somebody who's having a hard time dealing with friends and family who don't understand your lifestyle, who are constantly pressurizing you to change the way you are going into a show, first step is to make them understand. If they don't, maybe it's time to change your circle. Not everybody's gonna understand this lifestyle, and you gotta be okay with losing some people. And you gotta be okay with allowing new people into the circle who understand this life. So that's something I've learned over the years, that it is okay to lose some people, and it is okay to allow new people who can help better you, can help support you. Similarly, things go in relationships, your personal relationships, your girlfriends, boyfriends. They may or may not understand, and they may try, they may still not understand, and you need to be okay with it. It's not their fault. It's just, this is a different life. This is a different lifestyle, and not everybody's going to understand it, and you just got to find the people who do, who support you emotionally, mentally, and then are able to get you through those times, the low times, the highs, and then enjoy the highs with you, the celebrate with you, and be okay when you need your space and when you're in your zone. So yeah, that's one thing that I've learned over the years, and I would want to share with you guys, that it's okay. That is, it is okay to be alone, to to change your circle every now and then, and to only allow certain people into your group, because that's what it takes to be focused. That's what it takes to get to your goals. It doesn't happen for everybody. You have to stay focused, and this is the price you're going to pay for it.